A few weeks later, Mero got another shocking information that her husband and Elizabeth were secretly planning to relocate to another village without her knowing. When Mero heard the information, she couldn't control herself any longer because of unbearable heartbreak and severe pain. "No, I cannot bear these pains anymore. I must kill him. I have tolerated him enough. I must end his life and make Elizabeth's life miserable. Let me go to Jennifer's house and apologize to her," said Mero thereafter. "Hey, Mero, stay outside. What are you doing in my house? Have I not warned you not to come to my house?" Jennifer asked fakely. "Jennifer, please, I am very sorry for everything. Forgive me, please," Mero apologized. "It's okay. I knew that you would certainly come back to me. Let's go inside, please," Jennifer replied. When they got inside, Jennifer asked, "So, why are you in my house this early?" "Jennifer, could you imagine that my husband paid Elizabeth's bride price and they're secretly planning to relocate to another village?" said Mero. "I heard the news. So what are your plans now?" Jennifer asked. "To kill him and to make Elizabeth suffer for the rest of her life. I am tired of endurance and heartbreak," Mero responded. "Wow, now you're talking like a wise and reasonable person. When do you intend to kill him?" Jennifer asked. "Next week. I want to give him a slight time to see whether he would change," Mero replied. "Mero, whatever you want to do concerning these issues on the ground, do it instantly. I hope you know delay is dangerous. Don't you think before that next week you're talking about, your husband might secretly sell all his properties and travel out of this town with Elizabeth without you knowing?" said Jennifer. "You're very correct. I thought of what you just said lately. So where do we go from here?" Mero asked. "I am preparing breakfast now. When I am done, I will take you somewhere," Jennifer responded. A few hours later, Jennifer took Mero to a deadly shrine in a very small remote village to kill her husband John and to make Elizabeth's life miserable. "Woman, what brought you to my shrine?" the native doctor asked. Mero gave the picture of her husband and Elizabeth to the native doctor and said, "I want you to kill this man and make this girl's life miserable forever." The native doctor collected the pictures and put them inside a calabash and began to do some incantations. After he finished the incantation, he gave her back the pictures and said, "Woman, take these pictures and leave my shrine. I can't harm these two souls." "Wise one, why can't you harm them?" Mero asked. "These souls are innocent. Woman, I sense very serious disasters in your matrimonial home, so be very, very careful with whom you share your problems. Someone has finished digging your grave, and that soul has set many traps for you to enter the grave, and the soul keeps on pushing you towards the direction of the traps. If you mistakenly fall into any of the traps, that will be the end of your life," the native doctor responded. "Wise one, which soul are you talking about, please?" Mero asked curiously. "The gods have not revealed the person, but be careful," the native doctor responded. "Please, wise one, what should I do now?" Mero asked fearfully. "Woman, go back to your husband's house and exercise patience. Your problems are impatience, intolerance, and talkativeness. If you're not careful enough, these problems would send you to your early grave," the native doctor responded. "Wise one, I am very scared. What should I do to flee from these disasters you're talking about?" Mero asked. "Woman, it is only patience, tolerance, and the ability to keep secrets and keep your mouth shut that would avert you from these disasters that an enemy has programmed ahead of you. You may go now," the native doctor replied. Mero left the shrine with a heavy burden and a bunch of confusion and went to meet Jennifer. When they packed the car and got home, Mero disclosed everything the native doctor told her to Jennifer. "Don't mind what that man said. Many of them don't see and know anything. I have another plan, but I think he might be right. I have this feeling that Elizabeth is the one who dug the grave for you. Possibly she is planning to kill your husband and accuse you of killing him, said Jennifer. I don't think Elizabeth can do that to John, said Mero. Mero, why are you always thinking childishly? If Elizabeth could have a mind to cast a spell on your husband and snatch him away from you, that means she can do anything, said Jennifer. It is true, so what do you suggest I should do to get rid of these issues on the ground? Mero asked. When you finally actualize killing John and accuse Elizabeth of killing him, you will have peace of mind. If you don't kill him now and you allow Elizabeth to kill him, Elizabeth and all of John's family members and friends would accuse you of killing him. Don't forget you and John have very big problems at hand. They might think you killed him because of what happened between you and him. You might end up committing suicide because of anguish, shame, and reproach. I believe this was what the native doctor was trying to tell you. Mero, act fast now before it's too late, said Jennifer. Jennifer, I agree with you. I swear your head is full of wisdom. I will do exactly what you said before it's too late. Mero agreed to kill her husband. The operation will take place tomorrow morning by 4 a.m. Don't worry about yourself, just leave everything for me. I will handle it, Jennifer responded. I trust you, said Mero. Thereafter, Jennifer planned how they would carry out the operation. The next morning, Jennifer tapped Mero, and she got up hastily and wore a mask. Jennifer wore a mask, carried a gun and a small knife, and also carried 10 liters of petrol and a matchbox, and they got into the car. Jennifer, what are you going to do with this petrol and matches? Mero asked. Don't worry, you will know the reason later. Keep driving, Jennifer responded. When they got there, Mero called and lured her gatekeeper to open the gate, and when the gateman opened the gate, Jennifer hastily stabbed the gateman with a knife. Mero silently opened the house door, and they went inside. Mero was very afraid to handle a gun and shoot her husband. Jennifer collected the gun and went straight to John's room, while Mero was in the parlor. When she got to John's room, John forgot to lock his door. She entered and saw John and Elizabeth sleeping without clothes, so she shot John on his head and also shot Elizabeth and ran away from the room. When they got outside, Jennifer gave Mero the gun, and they were about to run away from the compound. Jennifer held Mero tightly from back and began to shout heavily, "Somebody help! Someone killed her husband, and she wants to run away." Suddenly, people came out massively, and they saw the corpse of the gateman, and they went inside and saw John and Elizabeth's corpses. Mero was still holding the gun. Jennifer and those people began to beat Mero pitilessly. "Let's burn her alive. She's an evil woman," said Jennifer. Those people brought a tire, and Jennifer ran to Mero's car and brought the petrol and the matches. They put the tire on Mero's neck and poured the petrol all over her body, and when they wanted to light a fire, Mero screamed out heavily, "No!" And she was extremely grateful and amazed by what happened next. After they put the tire on Mero's neck, Jennifer hastily brought the petrol and poured it all over her body. And when they wanted to light a fire to burn Mero alive, Mero screamed out heavily, "No!" and woke up. When she woke up, her body was soaked with sweat, and she was strengthless. She looked at the time. It was the exact time for the operation. "Thank God it was a dream. Thank you, Lord, for the revelation," said Mero. While she was praying, Jennifer was knocking at her room's door, and after she finished praying, she sluggishly went and opened the door. "Mero, it's time for the operation. Take this mask and wear it, and let's go," said Jennifer. "Thank you, Jennifer, but I am no longer interested in killing my husband. I have terminated the plans, so please kindly go back to your bed and sleep," Mero responded courageously. "Mero, why?" Jennifer asked. "The reason is best known to me," Mero responded. "Mero, what's going on? Why are you acting up?" This was not what we planned last night." "Madam, don't you understand simple English again? I said I don't want to kill my husband anymore, so what's now your problem?" Mero asked while packing her clothes. "Mero, why the sudden change of mind? What's happening?" Jennifer asked. Mero disclosed the nightmare she had to Jennifer, and Jennifer said, "Mero, you're very funny. That was a mere dream. So is it because of the ordinary dream that you're behaving like this? I beg, forget about the dream and let's carry out the operation this morning." "Jennifer, did you just say it was a mere dream?" Mero asked. "Yes. Don't allow a flimsy nightmare to discourage you." "Jennifer, may thunder fire that your stinky sweet mouth. After God has exposed all your evil plans, you still expect me to accompany you to go and kill my husband? You're a devil in human form. You want to ruin my life, and after you succeed in ruining my life, you will relocate to go and enjoy your life with your husband and your daughter. May God punish you, and this your sweet mouth for all the destructive advice you've given me. I thought you were a best friend. I never knew you were a betrayal and an agent of destruction. God will reward you for all your evil deeds. Sooner or later, you would reap all the evil you've sowed, beast." "Get out of my way and let me pass," said Mero. Jennifer became as mad as a bruised snake and said, "Mero, I swear with my mother's grave, I will deal with you." "Jennifer, you can never do anything to me. Just get ready to reap what you sow, and let me warn you, if anything happens to my husband, I will hold you responsible," Mero replied and drove away. After Mero left, Jennifer swore to kill Mero's husband John and accuse Mero of killing her husband. A few hours later, Mero arrived at her elder sister's house and disclosed everything she went through to her elder sister. "Mero, you mean you went through all these pains and you've been hiding it from your family?" her sister asked. "I am sorry, sister. The truth is that I didn't want to tell my family what I was going through because I knew very well that everybody would blame me for foolishly forcing my husband to sleep with our house girl. That was why I hid it from all the members of our family, including our mum," Mero responded. "Mero, just look at how foolish and senseless you are. Why are you telling me now? You've used your mouth to destroy your matrimonial home?" her sister asked angrily. "Sister, the circumstances are beyond my control. I am tired of dying in silence. I can't help myself any longer," Mero lamented. "You had problems with your husband. You could not share them with your family. You hid them from your siblings and your mother, and you foolishly went and shared them with that beast you called a best friend, and you allowed her to mislead you. Mero, you're a very senseless human being, and if not because you're pregnant, I could have sent you out of my house right now and disclosed everything you told me to everyone. Get ready. I will take you to church this evening for deliverance because you need serious deliverance," her sister replied. "Honey, please take it easy with her. I feel her pains. She made mistakes, and nobody is above that. Please just let her be," said her sister's husband. Thereafter, her elder sister took her to a pastor's house. When they got there, she opened up everything she went through to the pastor, and the pastor said, "Madam, you're the one who gave your best friend access to destroy you because you always told her every good and bad thing that was happening in your life. She is always jealous and envies your marriage, especially when you tell her how your husband always takes good care of you and pampers you. She has been looking for thousands of ways to ruin your marriage and your life. Madam, just thank God for the revelation. If not because of that revelation, only God knows whether you would still be alive by now. Thank you very much, man of God. I trusted that lady so much. I never knew she could plan evil against me." Mero appreciated the pastor. The next day, Jennifer sent thugs to go and kill Mero's husband. "Hello, Pharaoh. I have a job for you. Where are you?" Jennifer asked. "Madam, I am not in town right now, but I am sending you my guy who will deliver the job perfectly for you." Pharaoh responded. "I will be waiting for him," said Jennifer. A few moments later, the guy arrived. "Good day, ma'am. I am Stone. Pharaoh sent me here." "Okay, take this picture. I want you to kill this man. He's my husband, but I want him dead tonight, and I will pay you 1.5 million naira now. And when the work is done, I will balance you 1 million naira," said Jennifer. "Consider it done, madam," Stone replied. Thereafter, Jennifer gave Stone John's house address and told him the exact time John would come back from work. By 8:30 p.m., John came back from work, and as soon as John entered his house, Stone climbed a fence and entered the compound. He began to walk silently towards the direction of the door, and when John entered his room, he put on CCTV cameras. As soon as he turned on the CCTV cameras, he saw Stone tiptoeing in his compound, and John hastily carried his own gun and tiptoed to his parlor's door. He put the gun at his back pocket, and immediately after he opened the door, Stone pointed a gun at his forehead, and John was not able to bring out his gun. "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I will give you anything you want," John murmured. "Shut up. Say your last prayer right now," Stone commanded. Elizabeth was in the kitchen, and when she heard their voices, she rushed out to the parlor to see what was happening, and when she came out, she saw the gun in John's back pocket. She raised her hands and said, "Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me." As soon as she walked close to John, she quickly removed the gun and shot Stone in his right hand instantly, and the gun fell from his hands. John picked the gun immediately and pointed at him. "Who sent you to come and kill me?" John asked angrily. "Please, sir, don't kill me. It was your wife who sent me to come and kill you," Stone responded. "What? Are you saying my wife sent you to come and kill me?" John asked furiously. "Yes, sir," Stone replied. "Mero had the temerity to send an assassin to come and kill me. I see why she blocked all my access to her. Mero, I will leave no stone unturned until you go to prison." "Hello, DPO. Please send me your boys right away. My wife sent an assassin to assassinate me." "Please, sir, take it easy. I don't think your wife can send someone to come and take your life. She doesn't have that kind of heart," said Elizabeth. "If Mero could have the guts to drug me, that means she can kill me," John responded. While they were interacting, 3 policemen arrived and took Stone away. The next morning, John went to the station. "Sir, where is your wife? She needs to be arrested," said the police officer. "Yes, but the truth is that I have not set my eyes on her for a week now, and she blocked all my access to her, but I believe she would be in her elder sister's house, because that's the only relative she has in this town," John replied. They were about to go to Mero's elder sister's house to arrest Mero when suddenly Stone's phone rang, and it was Jennifer, so the officer hastily went and gave Stone the phone. "Hello, Stone. How far? You didn't call me as you promised. Did you kill him?" Jennifer asked. The officer whispered, "Say yes." "Yes, madam, I am coming for my balance this morning," Stone replied. "Come quickly because I will soon go to work," said Jennifer. After the call ended, John said, "That's not my wife's voice. Anyway, let's go there now." Thereafter, Stone, John, and the policeman went to Jennifer's house. "Sir, this is your wife who sent me to come and kill you," said Stone. "She's not my wife, but my wife's best friend. I warned Mero countless times to stay away from this lady, but she wouldn't listen," said John. They arrested Jennifer and took her to the station. When they got to the station, Jennifer said it was Mero who gave her 5 million naira to send the assassin to kill her husband, John. Jennifer had recorded when Mero said she would kill her husband and make Elizabeth suffer for the rest of her life. So she brought out her phone and played the audio recording of her and Mero. the part she recorded. "Jennifer, could you imagine my husband paid Elizabeth's bride price and they're secretly planning to relocate abroad?" said Mero. "I heard the news. So what are your plans now?" Jennifer asked. "To kill him and to make Elizabeth suffer for the rest of her life. I am tired of endurance and heartbreak," Mero replied. Thereafter, John took the policeman to Mero's elder sister's house, and when they got there, Mero's sister and her husband had gone to work, so they arrested Mero. When they got to the station, they asked Mero why she paid Jennifer 5 million naira to send an assassin to kill John. She said Jennifer lured her to kill her husband, John, and she was ready to kill John when she heard the news of him paying their housegirl's dowry and his secret plans to relocate abroad with the housegirl. But she later terminated the plans for killing her husband instantly and engaged in a serious quarrel with Jennifer after she had a terrible dream about what they were planning to do. So she narrated the dream to them. A few moments later, Mero's sister and her husband came to the police station. When the policeman asked them questions, they narrated exactly what Mero narrated to the policeman. So, at the end of the case, they released Mero and detained Jennifer and Stone. A month and 2 weeks later, John got a surprising call from Mero's elder sister. "John, good day," Mero's sister greeted. "Good day, madam. How is the family?" John asked. "We thank God. I called you to inform you that Mero, your wife, has given birth to twins, a boy and a girl, this afternoon. But she said she doesn't want to see you," Mero's sister replied and ended the call. John became extremely amazed because he never believed that Mero was truly pregnant. When he told Elizabeth, she was extremely happy. Thereafter, John took Elizabeth and drove joyfully to Mero's sister's area, and when they got to the hospital to see Mero, "Satan, what are you doing here with your wife Jezebel? Did my sister not tell you that I don't want to see your disgusting face?" Mero asked John furiously. Mero, her elder sister and her husband were extremely shocked by what John and Elizabeth said. "Honey, please calm down. It is not what you've been thinking. Everything was a game. I never slept with Elizabeth, let alone fell in love with her. I did everything just to teach you lessons, but I am extremely sorry that everything turned out that way," John responded. "John, what are you saying? I don't get it. And where is the pregnancy that Elizabeth was carrying?" Mero asked confusingly. "It was a fake pregnancy, Mero. I just wanted the prank to look realistic. Elizabeth, please narrate everything to her," said John. "Ma, I am extremely sorry for everything you went through because of me. I cried day and night because of the pains your husband and I caused you. Ma, you're like an elder sister to me. You treated me like your blood sister. When you gave me the 1 million naira to sleep with your husband, I couldn't sleep that night. I had a sleepless night because of that. I didn't want to sleep with your husband because he is like my brother-in-law. Ma, I swear with my life I can't let you down. I remember when my mum was so sick, you were the one who gave me money to take her to the hospital, and you also paid her hospital bills. During my dad's burial last year, you and your husband contributed immensely to the burial. Ma, after you gave me the 1 million naira to sleep with your husband, my mind and spirit were seriously troubled. I couldn't sleep that night," Elizabeth explained. Flashback. "Good morning, sir," Elizabeth greeted. "Morning, Elizabeth. You look unhappy. What's troubling you this morning?" John asked. "Please, sir, I am not interested in working here any longer. I want to quit the job," Elizabeth replied. "But why? What's wrong?" "Did my wife do anything bad to you?" John asked. "Not at all, sir. I want to use the little money I saved to establish a business. Elizabeth replied. Elizabeth, you're lying. That's not why you want to quit the job. Elizabeth, tell me the truth. What's wrong? Okay, sir, I will tell you, but please don't tell your wife. I won't tell her. Elizabeth, I am all ears, said John. Your wife gave me 1 million naira to seduce you and sleep with you, and she promised to give me an additional 1 million naira when I get pregnant for you. Sir, ever since she sent me that money, my mind has been seriously troubled. That's why I want to quit work, because I can't sleep with you, Elizabeth replied. Oh God, what's wrong with Mero? What should I do now? John said. Please, sir, I want to go. I don't want to work here anymore, said Elizabeth. Elizabeth, I understand, but calm down. Don't allow this to make you leave your comfort zone. I have a plan, said John. What plan, sir? Elizabeth asked. Any day my wife tells you to sleep with me, just let me know. I want to teach her very good lessons, said John. Okay, sir, but please, sir, I don't want us to do anything that will hurt her, Elizabeth replied. Don't worry about that, Elizabeth. Please go and continue with your work, said John. The next day, John installed CCTV cameras around the whole house. 2 days later, Mero collected the substance from Jennifer and put it in John's dinner. After Mero put the substance in John's food, she mistakenly left her phone unlocked on the dining table and went to shower. When John wanted to eat the food, he saw the phone and carried it just to check the time because he was not with his phone, and his football club was having a match in less than 15 minutes. As soon as he carried the phone, he saw a weird WhatsApp message. Mero, don't forget to put the substance in his food. John became extremely shocked and quickly went through all their chats. Thereafter, he threw the food away and pretended as if he had eaten the food. When Mero came out from the bathroom, she was very happy to see his plate emptied. Honey, you've finished? Mero asked. Yes, the meal was very delicious and amazing, John replied, and pretended as if he didn't see anything. After he finished watching his football match and his club won, he started misbehaving and talking fakely like he was drunk. When Mero realized that he was misbehaving, she knew the substance was working, so she forced him to enter their guest room. When he entered, Elizabeth entered too, locked to the door, and when she wanted to sleep, on the same bed with John, John said, Elizabeth, you can't share a bed with me, so take this blanket, spread it on the floor and sleep. Elizabeth happily collected the blanket, spread it on the floor and slept. Around 5 a.m., John woke Elizabeth up and said, Elizabeth, you remember I told you that I want to teach my wife lessons? Yes, sir, I remember, Elizabeth replied. Okay, I want to pose like I am in love with you, and I will tell my wife that I am madly in love with you, that I enjoyed you on the bed more than her, said John. Please, sir, that's pure wickedness, and she would get hurt and frustrated badly. Please, I am not interested in the game. Please, sir, bring another game, said Elizabeth. Elizabeth, don't let that be your headache. She's my wife, and I need to teach her the lessons she will never forget in her entire life, John replied. Please, sir, I beg you in the name of God, terminate this game, please. It might ruin your marriage, Elizabeth begged. Elizabeth, my wife needs to learn in hard ways. Just play your roles and leave the rest for me, John replied. Okay, I will try, sir. But I don't want you people to have problems, please, said Elizabeth. There will be no problem at all. It's because of this game that I installed CCTV cameras all over this house so that she would watch what we've been doing, John responded. End of flashback. Honey, that was everything that happened. I swear I never knew you were truly pregnant. Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. John kneeled and apologized to Mero. Thereafter, Mero and John reconciled. 2 months later, Jennifer was released from police custody. John and Mero were about to relocate to another village with their twins on June 16th, and Pharaoh came to their house on June 14th, exactly 2 days before their travel. "Good morning, bros," a man named Pharaoh greeted. "Morning. I don't know you. Who are you?" John asked. "Bros, see, I didn't come here to answer your questions. Your wife here knows me very well. Last year, your wife gave me 2 million naira to sleep with her and get her pregnant. So I came to claim the twins, because they are my biological children. Madam, here is the 2 million naira that you gave me. Bros, hold on. Let me show you my proof. Your wife forgot this gown and these pants in my room. So I am coming back in the next 7 days to carry my children," said Pharaoh. Write the word "continue" in the comment section if you want a part 3, and please subscribe to our channel.